How did Global Speak Network get started?
Well, we started about 16 years ago. There was a lot of demand to translate documents, very heavy technical documents, operation manuals, videos.
What had you been doing before you started the company?
I was working for an oil and gas company, and I was working there as a project coordinator, and I had the task of translating these documents. And that's how it occurred to me that I could start a company doing that.
Was there much competition for translation services in the industry at that time?
What I discovered was when these projects started coming to my desk, I hired translation companies to help me, obviously because I was not a professional translator back then. And I noticed that when they will bring the translations, they were not done properly. Technical translation it's a language on its own. You have to know what you're doing. The majority of the people that work with us, they're engineers themselves. The president of our company, Mr. Thomas Lacombe, is a geologist himself. We have mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, depending on what we're translating. So I noticed that, yes, there were some translation companies out there, but they were not translating the documents accurately. And that was how I started. I said, I have to do it myself because they were important documents and they needed to be translated properly.
What's been the main focus of your operations over the past 16 years?
We do mainly technical terminology in oil and gas. In all languages, Portuguese, Spanish, Mandarin. And since we're here in Houston, predominantly those are the ones that we work with.
How has the decision by Mexico to open its oil and gas sector to international investors affected your business?
Well, it's affecting our work tremendously. At the beginning of the year, we started traveling to Mexico. We've been there already 2 times, and these projects, these events were not scheduled at all. It happened all of a sudden. We are now getting a lot of work from companies that want to establish themselves in Mexico. Everybody's getting ready to see how they're going to participate with this new Mexican energy reform.
The reforms that we've seen so far are only part of the process. They still need to work out the regulations that accompany them. What changes have you been seeing on the ground in Mexico in advance of that?
Well, I see that there's a lot of American companies already going there, establishing themselves, opening offices, getting ready. And at the same time, Mexico is getting prepared for the changes. And we're not talking only about the United States. There's a lot of people also coming from Europe, and everybody wants to see what's going to happen to Mexico. There's a lot of opportunities there, and everybody wants to see how that's going to work out.
Flor, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having us.